Hey guys, what's going on? It's Speakout23 back with another video, and today we are talking about the brand new 2 sets of moments that people are trying to complete for Andrew Miller, and that is Moments Extreme. Now today I was able to complete Moments Extreme to its entirety with getting Jim Edmonds and Andrew Miller. So I'm going to tell you guys how I went through every single mission, how I completed it, what my mind, what I was thinking going through each game, and how I was able to get it done. Starting with the first mission, you got to save 3 games in a row, no hits, no walks. Pretty self-explanatory. You just got to pitch well, you got to avoid bloops. But for the most part, man, this one's the easiest in the set, honestly. It probably is. This one doesn't take too long. You should be able to do it pretty easily. The next one, Mr. October Jackson. 9 hits, 5 extra base hits. Once again, this isn't too bad. This is a first try one, most likely. You get 6 games to do this. Just make sure you have a good first game. You should be fine. PCI is pretty big. Just get under it a little bit, and usually the ball will be flying. The next one is the Diamondbacks, back-to-back-to-back. So for this one, personally, I got this first try, but I know people have experienced a lot, and I mean a lot of struggle on it. I know people have spent hours on this one. So the best thing I would tell you to do is to just get under the ball. If you need to, use directional. That's a tip that I'll always use if you need to get extra bases. But try to get under it. Your PCIs are generally pretty big. Power swing if your PCI is bigger than the plate, of course. And yeah, this moment was great for me. I even pulled Lou Brock out of the headliner. So this is a W. Tally 10 total bases with Albert Pujols, another one that I didn't think was too bad, but people did not like because of the 0 speed. Most likely, you're going to be wanting to go for dingers. Power swing, get under it, go for dingers. Doubles are okay, but honestly, you really just want to get 3 homers instead of 2 homers in a double. But if you can get the double, but I'd say go for home runs on this mission. Then we got another one of these big, player lock statistical missions. 7 games is Willie Stargell to get all these stats. Not too bad. Really another easy one. You can power swing. The PCI it's just huge, man. It's definitely not that bad. You should be able to do this one with ease. And then the last one, the hardest one in the set, is the comeback from 10 runs against the Mariners. You're coming back against the Padres. And you're starting in the top of the 6th inning. And basically, that gives you just a couple chances to come back from 10. Now, the way I approached this was, in your first inning of play, which is the top of the 6th, if you do not score 3 or more runs, you want to reset the whole moment. Because if you don't, you're just going to make it harder for yourself. You definitely want to score 3 or more. The more you score, the better it is, but you really want to have a good first inning to make it a lot easier. And they don't have a huge bullpen, so you can definitely be patient. The Padres, they don't have a good pitching staff in these moments. The starter has like 35 hits per 9 or something like that. So you can definitely hit these guys. If you really want, you can stack up with lefties or big power hitters. People do that as well. There's lots of ways to approach it, but that's just how I did it. Hopefully you can get this one done as well. So, those were the caution moments. Extreme set number 1, you get Jim Edmonds, you get 20k, and you unlock the warning. Now, the first one in the warning isn't actually too crazy. You're using Joey Gallo, and you have to hit 7 home runs in 10 games. Like, you have so much room for error in this that I think this is probably the easiest one in this set. You just got to power swing, get under the ball, and, it's Joey Gallo. You know what he does. Okay. Staff's sheer dominance. If you're not a fan of player-locked pitching missions, this one's going to be rough, but you can do it. Justin Verlander, Bob Gibson, Bob Feller, Lefty Grove, and Nolan Ryan. You're using those guys in that order to get 35 strikeouts. Now, you could get 7 strikeouts a game. That's what you need to average at the very least. But the most important thing is not that. It's the runs that you can't give up. Not giving up 5 runs is actually kind of tough. You got to make sure you limit home runs, you limit these scoring opportunities. You really don't want to, you don't want to let the runs pile up in one game, because that would be just bad. You don't want to get to like 1 run. You don't want to get to that point. The best way to approach this is honestly just to be as safe as possible. Like, take outs. Don't intentionally let the ball drop for strikeouts. Like, the strikeouts will come. If you, go fastball, slider, fastball, the computer will miss. But be very careful with the runs, as that's how most people actually lose this mission. Next one is Honus's Cycle. You're playing at Polo Grounds as Honus Wagner. This one's not too bad. You just gotta hit 10 total bases, just like the Pujols one, except Honus has more speed, and, you know, I think this one's probably easier than Albert, so if you can do Albert, you can most likely do this one, and you'll have to do Albert to get to this one, so this one should not be too bad. Okay, the crazy comeback. Another comeback, except you're starting in the bottom of the 8th against Signature Series Kenley Jansen. Now, you can use your own Diamond Dynasty squad, so immediately, if you're the guy that wants to stack up lefties on your team, do that. But just remember, you are on All-Star, so just, you know, adjust according to PCI size. The most important tip in this moment is that you're only facing Kenley Jansen, as in, there is nobody else in the bullpen. So, if you can get his energy low, they don't have anyone else to go to, and you'll be able to have a big PCI for the rest of the game. So definitely try to wear him down. Be patient. He will throw a lot of balls. They definitely don't attack the zone. You have to be patient in these moments. That's a big thing. Be patient. Your pitches will come, but also take a lot of walks, as they will give them to you if you work for them. David versus Goliath. You're using the Yetis, who we haven't seen in quite a bit. Nice to see the Yetis back. You're playing the Cooperstown Legend SIG team. This one wasn't too bad, honestly. I think I hit a dinger with Chris Davis. Again, you're at Polo Grounds. They liked Polo Grounds. I don't know why for these missions. They just like to have Polo Grounds in, like, every moment. But, yeah, this one's not too bad. It's a 3-inning game, so if you mess up, it's okay. It's not that long of a moment. The hardest part is probably the pitching. You'll get a run. You know, you'll most likely be able to get a run. Just square it up with someone. So they hit the ball surprisingly well in the game that I played. But yeah, this one's not too bad. I would just be, you know, swinging with X for sure. Their PCIs are small, so swing with X. No power swinging, honestly. Don't do that. Their PCIs are going to be super small. You're on All-Star. This one's not too bad. Just be very careful with your pitching because, you know, their PCIs are pretty big. Then we got the Signature Series squad. Now, this one for me was the hardest one out of all of them. This one just took me the longest and was also just really hard to complete. There's a couple things about this one that make it really difficult. There's 2 specific things. It's tallying 4 extra base hits and 8 strikeouts. There's a pitching aspect and a hitting aspect. You can't fail either of them. You have to be good as a pitcher and a hitter in this moment. You're also at Polo Grounds, so you got to be very careful. When you're at Polo Grounds and you need 4 extra base hits, you think, okay, I'm going to go into the gap. You got to remember that the team you're playing is a Signature Series team with diamond outfielders. They're going to get to most stuff. Now, obviously, if you crush it over their heads, yes, you'll get a double, but it's just really hard to pull that off, so you really are going to need some luck on your side for those extra base hits. Sometimes you get these random extra base hits, but you can definitely earn it. You know, just hit it into that short porch. You can probably be able to do that. Stealing a base was not hard at all. I don't think I was ever caught ever while doing these missions. That's not really a worry. Scoring 5 runs was not too bad. I think you got to be very careful with the extra base hits and the strikeouts. And of course, do not forget that you cannot walk more than 2 batters. You might lose the mission because you were doing everything else and you forgot to do that, along with the stealing base. Don't forget to steal the base. You know, it's important. It's in the criteria. You have to do it. Don't forget them. You know, make sure you know what you're doing. In the first inning, I would say if you don't score more than 1 run, I would just not continue. I'd also probably say you should at least get 1 extra base hit in the first inning, just to help you out a little bit, but that's up to you if you want to do it that way. But that's how I completed it, and that's how I got all this stuff done. So yeah, that's how we completed Moments Extreme. It's all done. We have Andrew Miller, and I'm really happy, man. I'm just glad we were able to get it done. We completed it. And we have unlocked all the cards, and also the 50k. You get 50k from this, so this is no joke. A lot of XP, but at this point, XP doesn't really matter to me, because we already maxed out. But if you need XP, this is a great way. It's also 50k stubs. No reason not to do it. It's a huge addition to your bullpen, and maybe a bench bat with Jim Edmonds. Taking a quick look at the cards, Jim Edmonds is a righty killer, and also pretty well against lefties. He's got 87 vision. He's going to be okay. On the higher difficulties, that is. Lower difficulties, he'll be fine. If you like Jim Edmonds' swing, this card's going to be for you. He has good fielding, too, so if you don't have the meta outfield and you need someone, he could definitely fill that role. And Andrew Miller makes every bullpen in the game, pretty much. He makes every bullpen. Like, he is a lefty that we needed in the pen. slider, fastball, changeup, but that slider is his main. Look at those per nines, man. It's disgusting. This card is disgusting. He's going to be a beast in the pen, and you're going to want to have him. That's a current look at the pen right now. I think these are the best lefties in the game, by the way. Billy Wagner, Andrew Miller, and Aroldis Chapman. I think those are the best you can literally get. That's literally it. The righties, there are a lot of options for righties, but not for lefties. So you definitely want to pick up this Miller. And yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. Hopefully, I was able to help you out. If you got any more questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. Hopefully, I can help you guys get through this. I hope you guys can get these cards, because these are definitely good cards, end game cards. But yeah, hopefully you guys can get this done. Hopefully this video helped. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.